guys, how are you doing? So I thought I'd do a little video of my day, what I get up to. Today on the cards is some glazing and a bit of cleaning and probably packing a kiln. So yeah, I'll bring you with me and show you what I get up to. So my next step now, I have everything unpacked out of the kiln. So this is a biscuit firing. So this is the first of 2 firings. Once everything's made, I leave it to dry a good 2-3 days depending on the weather. So this warm, windy weather is beautiful for drying. Middle of winter, it could be 2 weeks. So once it's all completely dry, it goes into the kiln for its first firing. I fire to 1000 degrees Celsius. By the next day and a half later, it's ready to take out again, and it comes out and it's fired. But it's still very porous, which is perfect for when I dip it in glaze, so the glaze sucks into it. So now I have everything out that I'm going to glaze today. I just go over every piece just to check they're all, you know, there's no little fingerprints or marks, that sort of thing. And if anything does need a bit of work, a little bit of sandpaper. But don't forget to wear a mask because the dust of ceramics is very toxic, bad for your lungs. So once everything's nice and clean, then I'll show you the next process of putting wax on things. I dip the bases in wax so that when I dip them in the glaze, it repels the glaze. So I have 2 setups for my wax. The first one is super quick and easy. A good friend of me showed me this method and oh, it's so good. But I find it only works for certain types of items. So for example, like these small jugs, so their foot is completely flat, they don't have a foot ring. So this is ideal for just dipping into the wax. Whereas other items, like a pasta bowl, if you see the foot has a foot ring. Now I don't have that steady a hand when I'm dipping into the wax. So I find sometimes with foot rings, I mess it up. And the only way to get it off is to put it back through the kiln again, which is a total waste of time and space. So I'll show you the first method of just dipping. So this is just like an electric saucepan that I think I got off Amazon. It was like literally £20 max. So again, something with a flat base. And then I use the reflection in the wax so you can see that it's level. And then you just simply touch the wax. Hold it a few seconds so you don't drip on everything, and then just put it on the board. What I use is from Scarva, wax emulsion. So I pour some out into this bowl, mix a tiny bit of water because sometimes when it's too thick, you just can't paint it on nicely. everything waxed, sanded, cleaned up, ready for glazing. These buckets, so I have 5 in total. This is the green that I'm going to start with. So you can see it's kind of separated because I haven't been glazing for a couple of weeks. So my first step, I will mix it all together and then we'll be ready for dipping. Now the glaze is all mixed up, my next step is I measure the specific gravity. So essentially that means the thickness of the glaze, because I don't want it too watery, because if it goes on the pot too thin, you get it, especially the green, it's very temperamental, it gets very streaky and it's just not great looking. So I take a pint glass, fill it quite high up with some glaze, and then this is a hydrometer. And I just drop it in there. Yeah. And I'm looking for it to balance about 50. So I know that that's the right thickness. Just test my thickness. Still a bit thick, so just add some water and we're ready to go. This is where I wash that. So now everything has been dipped in glaze. I leave it probably an hour, hour and a half before I come back, and then I clean up all the little marks and, you know, dribbles that need rubbing in. So I think it's time for coffee. Wow, when you're in a basement all day, it's lovely to come up into the sun. So our next job now with everything glazed and I've had a coffee is to clean up any little marks that is left from the glazing. So if there's little cracks or blemishes left from the glazing tongues or anything like that, I just fill that in and clean everything up, and then they're ready for the kiln. Everyone meet Ruben. The reason why certain jobs take about twice as long. He just needs cuddled, don't you? Say hello? Say hello to YouTube? Big front loader. It's a single phase kiln, so I don't have any issues with it getting up to temperature. The only thing I do have to watch is, because this is my studio's in our house, that I can't have any dishwashers or tumble dryers or washing machines on at the same time, because it's kind of at the limit of the house's electric. So I just make sure I fire it overnight, and yeah, don't have any other appliances on. But it's great. It's a great kiln, and I can fit quite a lot in, so pretty economic too. Kiln is on, everything's glazed. Fingers crossed it all turns out the way we like it. I'll do a quick video on me unloading the kiln and show you how all the lovely matte colours turn into these beautiful colours with a bit of magic. So that's me. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, could you comment, could you like it, could you subscribe, you know, all those usual YouTube things. But thanks. I'm off upstairs. Have a good one.